Alright, there we go. Sorry. My nephew was over the other day and was playing with my mic arm and got it all twisted up. Okay, so gonna continue on with the game we've been working on for the last couple streams. It's an escape room game. Last game we started writing some of the preliminary code for the inventory and note system. So today I want to keep working on that. So in this game, you'll collect inventory, you'll collect items which you'll use to solve puzzles, and then you'll also collect notes which will have clues to also solve puzzles. So we're going to build the system for that, and the two systems are going to be pretty darn similar. In fact, I don't know how they're going. They might not be different at all. They might be the same system. So I think we'll just pick one for now, and we'll build that out, and then we'll see how we can adjust it to work for the other, because I think they're probably going to end up being basically identical to one another. So really it'll be one system and just like two copies of it, one for items and one for notes. And just waiting for the latest version of Unity to finish installing. So that's doing that. Let's go ahead. Just gonna kind of quickly sketch out the UI. Where is my tablet pen? There it is. My tablet pen has a nice little holder for it, but it's never in the holder because my cats like to take it out of the holder. So I always have to hunt around my desk for it. And give me just one sec. My tablet is back to... Which one is it now? I thought it was on... That's weird. Where is... my option? What was that? My option to kick it back to only one screen. My tablet's stretched across both monitors, and that makes it very annoying to use. Normally it's right there on that first pop-up, or on the first view of that when it pops up. There it is. I don't know why I couldn't get to it from the other one. What are you doing? Go away. No. Everything's popping up. Alright. Monitor 1. Alright, let's see. Yep, there we go. Okay. Alright. So, I think for now, and we're not going to worry about the final look. We just need enough. That's a bad color. We just need enough of the look so we can build it out. That was supposed to be a straight line. That's a straight, perfect line. If anyone tells you different, they're lying. Okay, so I'm thinking just on the screen, probably what we'll do like, maybe divide the game in the third. So this will be roughly a third. This will be 2/3. And then over here, we'll have a list of note entries. And actually, I think we're going to... So, in the game, you're basically going to have different rooms where you'll find clues. So I'd like to group clues by room. So, what if we'll have like room name, and then note, room name, note, room name, blah, blah, blah. And then when you click on a note, we'll show over here, we'll show the notes model in the background. We'll show text over the actual text of the note on top of it like this. and it'll be kind of grayed out, and we'll have the title of the note there, and we'll have some button that you can hide that and actually show the note itself, or hide the text so you can manipulate the model itself, so you can like look at the back and stuff. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna build. And so for now, I don't really think we need any textures or anything. We're just gonna make it kind of basic for now. Worry more about the functionality in the code. Last stream, I struggled for like 45 minutes trying to make a piece of paper. Yeah. Okay, so why don't we'll make this a whole new scene. So let's just make a new scene. We'll save the scene as we'll call it notebook. Okay. And first we're going to make it empty. We're going to make the notebook itself. We made a class on Sunday called Notebook. So Notebook will basically have all our notes, and then we need to modify the note object to have the grouping bit in here, because I didn't add that before, the room name. Alright, and there we go. Okay, so let's see. So we have two ways we could go about it. One way would be to add it, make it a property of note. If we make it a property of note, we can then sort those in the notebook, and we could either do that ahead of time. I think it'd probably make the most sense for all the notes to be sorted like by the time we get to build time. That way you don't have to sort them on demand, because that'll be faster. But I think the notes will be here. Yeah, so I think what we need to do, let's go ahead. Let me think. Yeah. Alright, we'll do this. Let's say, because we won't be like dynamically creating any note or any rooms at runtime, so we'll know all the notes ahead of time. So why don't we create a enum called rooms. Actually, see, we have a magical way to let me make like a editable enum. That would be cool. Let's see, because I'm thinking something like their tags, for example. You can add and remove tags on the fly, and you could technically compile that into an enum instead of just like a list. But I don't know if Unity has anything like that. Enum. Enum. Yeah, no, that's picking value from an enum. Can I add an enum? Change space enum. Change. Enum pop up. Can I add an enum list? Maybe this. Types. It's not really an enum though. Oh wait, that's an enum. Enum. Your list functional with reorder list. Mine, yeah, no, so that's still not actually adding anything to the enum itself. Okay. So we won't worry about that. It's not going to be too bad to do it this way. Anyways, let's change this guy to be called Room Manager. And I'm just going to make this a class, and it's going to have a list of rooms. And then we're just going to have that list available, and that'll be one of those objects that will repeat in all of our different scenes, be a global thing. And then I guess this is gonna have to be a mono behavior too. Let me edit the thing, and then let's add a new room script. We're getting about to the point where we're gonna have to start grouping stuff in folders. But try not to do too much grouping ahead of time, just you end up kind of spinning your wheels. But at some point we want to do that. Okay. So room, I want to make this a scriptable object, and I want to make some editor windows now to edit these. So we're going to make one for editing for rooms first. And for now, we're just gonna give it just a name. Public. What are you grumpy about? Keyword news required a name. Oh, right. Room name. Yeah, all scriptable objects have a name, which is used for finding them, I guess. So we'll have to call ours room name. Okay. So it's been a while since I've made editors. So let's see what I can do. And hang on a sec, I got something popping up on me. I completed some more Twitch achievements. Nifty. Okay. So let's see if we can figure out how to make editor stuff again. Alright, so that never did work out. We're just gonna delete that. Okay, so create C# has to go in the editor folder, remember that much. And then we're going to call this room editor. And then we're going to make a new object. This is going to be called room manager. We're going to chuck that room manager script on it. Room manager. And actually, why don't we go ahead. What's that? Oh, that's room manager. I apparently didn't give it a name. Room manager. Alright, so room manager goes onto there. Mighty sad. Room manager goes onto there. There we go. And did we chuck notebook on there? Yep. And then let's go ahead. Let's make what do I want to call this? Something that basically I'm going to hook all these various little managers and whatnot onto, and then turn that into a prefab, and then that can be a shared prefab between all the various scenes that will need it. So all the like kind of global stuff will go in here. I technically could chuck all of these onto all these different scripts onto one game object. The reason I don't is because if you have like 50 scripts on one thing, then it just kind of gets unwieldy over here. So I like to keep it kind of one-to-one for the most part when I'm doing these kind of things. What is that deal? Oh, right. That's an extension to get a parent by tag, because I was going to use tags, but I'm not doing that anymore. right at the moment, but we'll leave it because I might later. Don't care about that one. Do I? I don't know, actually. Let me leave. Okay, so I guess that's all. What are we gonna call this? We're gonna call this, I'm gonna call it managers. Everything in there is kind of a manager. It's really, that's kind of a notebook manager, and that's kind of an inventory manager. So we're gonna call it managers. And I'm gonna go prefab, so I'm gonna drag you down there. Managers, there we go. And I'm going to turn on, can I not turn it on from here? Guess I have to do it in code. Okay. Or do I? Want to make it so it doesn't destroy on scene change. How do we do that? You need destroy on scene change. Don't destroy on load. Do I just literally set that to true? This is the audio attached to the clip. Okay, yeah, so I guess I did just call don't destroy on load. I don't even see them. They don't even seem to use it there, I guess. Okay. But anyways, we're basically going to do this. So why don't we just copy that? Because that's pretty much exactly what we want. Alright. And I'm even going to call it what they called it, which I think was don't destroy. They did really hard not to put that apostrophe in there. Oops. Edit, rename, yes. Alright. Give it a comment. And get rid of those. Get rid of that and that. And yep. Oh, I guess you don't even put that there. Interesting. Okay, makes sense though, I guess. So that's part of the name of it. Okay, fine. Game object with tag. Alright, except I don't want to do that. As literally want to not destroy it. And we may have to get more clever than that in the future, but for now that's fine. Okay. And then I'm just gonna chuck that script. Don't destroy onto my managers. Alright, and be sure to update the prefab. Okay. So now I got our handy managers there. Okay. So now let's make the room editor. So room editor. Alright. And we're going to make a window pop up for this. Unity custom editor window. It's been a while since I've done these. I've made some fancy ones in the past, but it's been a while. So we'll have to look up this bit first. Hopefully it'll come back to me as we go through this. And actually, let's call this editor window. Editor, rename, editor, window. Okay. And import. This is room editor window. Why are you grumpy at me? Namespace does not correspond. Just disable that for now. Folder, blah, 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 move file to folder. Let's double check that they go there. I'm like 99% sure that's right, but where do editors get save the video? That's not what I want. Kind of curious about that though. What is that? What is live coding? Is that like where you code with the game running? Huh. That's kind of nifty. Anyways. Sorry, little distraction there. I like to, if I see something interesting, I like to open it up and take a quick look. You never know what interesting stuff you might discover. Blue, blue, blah. Follows anywhere in the plugins directory, not directly. Plan to support legacy. It says plugins. Oh, this is more for if you're writing like a third-party editor extension, which that's not what I care about. Yeah, kind of is looking though like they get more flexible with where they can live. Because used to they had to be in very specific spots to even be found. But I'm wondering if they change that up a bit. I don't see them even mentioning where to put it. I don't want to click on the video. Blah, 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 blah. Problem with videos is I can't just scroll through it in like 2 seconds. Okay, so he has it just straight in the editor folder there. Which is where I put mine, but the reason I stopped to question it is because of this whole namespace thing here. Because Unity's generating this solution file or whatever it is, but it's not. Well, I mean, I guess I can just throw it in a namespace. It won't hurt anything. Kind of makes it cleaner even. Okay. Let's go with that. Name editor. Alright, get rid of that space. Okay, so create that. So, just that little bit should give us a thing over here. Room editor, cool. Wait. Why did it pop up over there? Should have popped me up a window. I shouldn't have to draw anything for it to show up, right? Spectre, open, now. Let's do something. Let's get just a label. Okay, window, room editor. And oh wait, we got something down here. Oops. And it says a blah blah blah. The script class needs to derive from scriptable object. Oh. Wait, really? No, you need to derive from editor window. That's actually redundant. Yeah, you can tell they converted their a lot of these examples. Oh, I didn't want to want it. Stop. That's weird. Anyways. Alright. Yeah. Actually, it's not a bad idea. Let's go ahead. We'll make a new camera. That'll be our zoom camera. Zoom camera. Every game gets a zoom. Actually, not everyone has a zoom camera. We're gonna have to tweak that to make it, because things like the notebook doesn't need a zoom camera. Well, unless we use the zoom camera to be the camera we are using to look at. So maybe we do want one on everything. Anyways, but we should probably make it optional because we may not actually need it on literally everything. Okay. But that's not what I care about right now. We're working on the editor. There we go. Okay. So we got our editor window popping up. Stop. I don't want your work going there. Try to get this part. There we go. Okay, so for our room editor, we're just going to, it's just going to be a straight up list of rooms. Pretty darn basic for now. We'll probably add some more stuff later, but we'll start out simple for now. Because the room's not what I'm more concerned with right now. How do I set the title up there though? That's a funky title. Should be, I thought. We specify editor window tab. Okay, it is just on cat window. Ah, there it is. Room editor. Wait, type of T. What is utility? Tends to fragment type T, which is currently on the utility. This set this to true to create a float. False to create a normal window. False for now, maybe? Question mark? Don't actually know the difference. Alright, reopen. There we go. Room editor. Okay, so let's see. So Unity has kind of an interesting syntax for their editor stuff, but it actually works surprisingly well. It's basically you do this and then you set it to some value, and if the control has something that can be controlled, it'll spit out that value. So I just want to make a actually let's first do week. Gonna do a private room. So we'll get a hold of our room manager on awake. Find object of type room manager. Room if manager equal null. Sorry, I just noticed it's 4 spaces. I hate 4 spaces. If room manager is null, throw new. Won't throw an error. We'll just say something up here in the GUI. If room manager equal null, GUI dot label zero. See. Okay. All right, and we'll return there. Just temporary. Okay, where'd our room go? Don't put either. What did I do wrong? I guess GUI's the more primitive one. GUI layout's the one that kind of auto figures stuff out. It's usually much nicer to use if you don't need to be able to exactly position stuff. Room editor stuff. Okay. Then if I delete room manager, I don't really want to do that, so we'll just delete that whole thing. Alright, cool. And we'll add that prefab back on. Actually, I should just be able to Control Z. There we go. Okay, cool. And you should switch your should be a better lifecycle method token to Unity. Header window. Scene change. That might be what I want. Let's go with that for now. And hierarchy change. There we go. Cool. Okay. So now that we have room manager, we will be able to get a hold of its rooms. And then we'll basically, let's just loop through I want to do this. Yeah, I guess we can just do room manager dot rooms dot what is in C sharp? Move over array. Could do that, but I guess that is the preferred style, isn't it? Times like this, I miss my JavaScript. That's what I mostly work in day to day. I can do a nice for each or a dot for each or a dot map and stuff. So much better. Okay. Yeah, I guess so. Okay. For each fair room and room manager dot rooms. All right. Dot name equals GUI. Layout dot begin horizontal, because I want to do like a row, and then this would be GUI layout dot text field and room dot name and probably it for now. Layout begin or end horizontal. So like once we get more things in here, we would create, we'd add more columns here, but for now we're just doing one. And then, okay, and then let's add a button for adding a room. And if we add a room, we're going to do room manager Okay. It's kind of what I thought. Oh wait, what's this? Replaces the reference you passed to the method. Yeah, I don't want to read about this. Because in my normal C# stuff, on the rare occasion I do normally use list, but it seems like Unity pushes for arrays. And I remember reading all about this because I was like, I don't want to use arrays, I want to use lists. But something I read convinced me. And yeah, here they're like, if you're changing it, just use one. But the thing is, changing it in the editor and changing it at runtime are two different things. So we're changing it in the editor, but then once the game's actually built, it'll never ever change again. Yeah, I guess it was the performance hit bit that convinced me, probably. Oh well, we'll keep using arrays. But I think we'll try using that array.resize function. So rooms. New size will be room manager.rooms dot length plus 1. Okay. Alright, let's see what that does. It blows everything up. Awesome. What's here? Object. Oh, right. I want to resize, and then I also want to go ahead and create a new instance of rooms and put it at the end there. And I have to do create instance of it. Actually, I don't have to do that. Okay. Yeah. Another reset. It's bothersome. Room size 0. Okay. There we go. And let's actually add a to here. Let's add a button to remove a specific room. Just say remove for now. Probably later I'll change that to like a graphical X or something. But since we're only putting one field in there, we have plenty of room to have a word. Okay, so if we're going to remove it, so what's the best way to do this? Because we can't use that array resize because we want to drop the size by 1, but we don't want to just remove willy-nilly. If we just like chopped one off, we'd remove the last one, not necessarily the one we just clicked. Let's see if there's like a splice function or something here. I miss JavaScript. You know, JavaScript gets a lot of crap, but it really is one of my favorite languages. Is there a slice or splice or anything like that? Array itself doesn't really have much of anything. Could use the link stuff, but I don't know if the link stuff. Oh, you know what? Can I do that maybe? Maybe I can do a link and do a filter. which I guess would be a select in here. So R not equal to the current room because we're in the loop where we hit the button. So that room's the room we're removing. And then to array. And it's mad at me. But it won't tell me why. Tell me why. Nope. Cannot convert source type bool to tar. Oh. Yeah. Maybe this filter. Find first. No. Where? There we go. Okay, so that should remove that room. So if I go blah 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 blah, hit remove, yay! It disappeared. Cool. Doop 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 doop. I don't like how you guys were going crazy like that. It's kind of terrible. The editor columns. I don't want resizable columns or anything. Oh yeah, I do. You do have to do that, don't you? That's gross. I remember having to do that. Is there not a better way to do that yet? Column state. No, that's not what we need. No replies. Yeah, I remember tables being a whole weird thing. Let's set the buttons on my. Yeah. GUI editor width. Specify column width. Which then allows me to specify my own label and control its size instead. Let's see. Keep all. What do we want to call that? Inputs. Column. That's not for the front end though. Header. No. Yeah, not that. I don't want that UI. Yeah. Let's do widths for now. Width relative to window. Alright, so we'll just do... actually, you know what? We might be able to just do GUI style. Other GUI style? No. What's the thing I need here? GUI layout options, maybe. Would do those with something like that. Community editor GUI layout options. Okay. Thought there was something there. Is that what I'm looking for? Oh, is that how I have to write it? Thought there was a... Oh, there it is. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. So that should set the width of those guys, and then, yeah, these guys will fill the rest of the space. That's good enough for now. I can get fancier with it later when we have more fields. Okay, so for now, I'm just going to create a room 1. Move. Actually, we'll create a couple. 4. Actually, yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so cool. So there's that one. That was easy enough. Okay, so now the one I actually want to work on, though. Oh, real quick, let's... Oh, it already is. Cool. Let's go ahead now. We'll make another one. Notebook editor window. And I'm just going to copy pasta that whole thing. Notebook editor window. Notebook editor. Notebook editor window. Notebook editor. Notebook, you must have a in the scene. Notebook.notes. And change that to note. I just realized, I'll go back to that guy in just a second after I get this guy to compile. I just realized this name is the name of the actual object, which it's okay for us to be setting that, but that's also not actually the one we meant to set, and we should probably have 2 columns, one for that name and then one for the other room name. Although, do we need... Yeah, because we need we want more like a display name rather than a room name. So this will be the name we'll actually show the users, which may or may not be the same as the room name, but Usually if you have to use the name in code, it's a good idea to have a different name that you can show the users in case there's some reason you want them to be different. And actually, in this particular game, I'm actually envisioning you would like visit a room and you would solve it, and then you would move on and you would do something and you would get some new bit of something, and then that would let you go back to what seems to be the same room, but that room would actually be like you'd be able to unlock more in that room. And it's very likely that when you on the revisit, it may actually be a different scene. Not always, but sometimes it may be a different scene. But to the end user, we want it to present as one room. So which, even then though, I guess because this room isn't mapping it directly to scene, so I guess we still only need one room object for that. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Alright, add note. Excuse me. Notebook. Note. 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 Notes. And note. Why are you grumpy? Type node must be... And that's okay, because that was actually what I wanted to do next. Okay. Now... let's go back to the room editor real quick, and we'll throw on that display name. So room.display name, text field room.display name. Let's see if that lets them get all wibbly. I do. Interesting. Maybe I have to do this on both this and on awake. Or on... Best method to get... Let's just go look at editor window. Alright, editor window. Yeah, hopefully you guys can't hear my cat meowing, or if you can, it's not too loud. He seems to not like it when I start streaming stuff. Gave him pets for like 20 minutes before the stream so hopefully he wouldn't meow, but he's starting to meow. Earlier today, he was like totally, fine for whatever, and then I get on conference call, and he meows the entire time I'm on the conference call. Drove me nuts. But trying to ignore him when he meows to train him not to meow, because if I pet him when he meows, it just teaches him to meow more. But sometimes the thing's working, sometimes it doesn't seem to be. Okay. Alright, so you're called as the new Windows opened. So yeah, I think Awaken Hierarchy Editor. Yeah. I just have to close and reopen. Okay. So there we go, but as I type, yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna have to do. So, what I remember doing in the past was basically private int column width equals int supposed to be over here. Nope. What do you want from me? What do you want? Can I convert blah 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 blah? That's the syntax. C# initialize array syntax. That's the one I want. But it's not. No, I guess it is happy. I just had to add the semicolon. Weird. Anyways, okay. Oh, except can't do that because. So what I want to do is I want to do the button some fixed value, and then I'm going to give the other two columns 50% of whatever's left. So I need that screen.window. But I think, or rather this guy, but I don't know. We'll try. I don't know if I can use this here. Yeah, I didn't think so. Wait, no. Maybe I can. Alright, so the first one is going to be that divided by 2, or actually that minus 100 divided by 2, and cast it to an int. And the second one's going to be the same, and the third one's just going to be 100. Alright, and then down here, gonna do come with 0 do that with 0 layout dot width 0 and next one. Okay, that should do absolutely nothing apparently. Do I have a syntax error? It looks like I might. Oh, maybe a straight up syntax error even. Okay, and then we have some other index was outside of bounds of array. Oh, that's wrong. 1, 2, but which of those is outside the bounds of the array? It's only 3 of them. Field created. Yeah, sure. Now I you complete blah blah blah. Sure. Why are you grumpy? Alright, sure. Okay. To complete it. Okay, at that, sure. Debug right there. Because column with 0 should exist, I would think, unless this isn't actually getting created for some reason. Alright. Window. Actually, I'm not sure if I can debug to that. Doesn't seem like it broke there. I have no clue what that's about. Get current. It's not allowed to be called. You know what? I wonder. Yeah. I wonder, because it like reuses the window, so I'm wondering if this isn't getting run or something. Let's try that on enable bit. We'll set it in there. And actually, that might be the right place to put this too. Sounds familiar. So we'll put those both in there for now. And then we'll bring this down here. And then we're gonna have to make that not read only. Which actually, I guess, makes sense. Actually, even though, really, if I want it based on the width, I guess I actually have to do it down here. Because if I don't do it down here, and you change the size of the window, our side will be all screwed up. So we're going to have to do that on the GUI bit. Editor, which, if that's the case, if we're doing every GUI render, we don't even need that. Well, let's make it a variable down here. These guys. That. Alright. Window, not you. Window and room editor. Most dreadful thing. It's not throwing an error, but it's also not showing up. That's the worst possible thing something can do. Not error out, but also not work at all. Oh, did I? No, I left that. Okay. Room editor. Why are you now open? Play logging full log. Stop debugging that. I don't know if that's getting in the way or not. Huh. I can open the notebook editor. I suddenly can't open that one though. So let's do this for a second. I'll delete these out. Something moved over there. Didn't accidentally dock it somewhere, did I? No. What did I break? It's weird. Let's move this back to awake. Nope. This shouldn't have it. Whoop. This shouldn't have anything to do with it, but why not? Let's change it back to that. Let's double check that we don't have anything in this guy overriding it now. That's bizarre. I'm not getting any errors. Give me errors. Errors are good. They make it easy to fix things. No errors is bad. What are you complaining about? Invert? No, can't invert. Well, I guess technically you could, but no. Yeah, did I? Oh, wait, that's notebook. Yeah, because I took that guy back out because he was causing issues. But now he's gone. And I'm not even seeing that debug there. Alright. Sample debugger is attached to an already running process. That's fine. Alright. Try this real quick just to see what happens. Okay, yeah, that's going to be broke because we changed that to a scriptable element. Layout, choose a layout. Let's try that. Window, layouts, default. Window, room editor. There it is. It's teeny tiny. Huh. Okay, so that's odd. Also, we didn't save our themes, so we lost all those, but it was a lot wider than 100, because it is a lot wider than... Oh, right, we took out that part. Let's go add that back. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. It just kind of got lost. So I'm going to Control Z and put back in all that stuff I took out. Let's see what happens. Okay. Alright, so it kind of works, although now you're smushed. Which to me implies that this is not the right width that I want. Because it implies that it's not taking into account the padding. Unless, let's see. Dot. Implement the minimizer for the field of GUI editor controls. What does that one give us? So, because I'm thinking that that value that just had is probably giving us the whole width sans the padding, because it knows we don't go quite to the edge. That definitely isn't it. Let's see. GUI editor, get width, get window width, including padding. Rect, get control, rect, truth is resuming now, control has to give the reserve rect is affected by the scroll bars, but also includes the padding. That sounds a bit like what we want. Let's try that one. Okay. Window width equals editor GUI layout dot control get control rect. Dot width. Alright, and I'll use that here. No, that is wrong. That's not even close. What value that to give us? Well, that's interesting. Bounces between 1 and the right value. Huh. Okay. That's new. Okay, control rect. Control. Oh. So that one looks like it works sometimes and not other times. One inspector GUI. Well, this is really old though. It'd be nice if there were newer ones. Oh wait, this one's even older. So could use that, except alright, that's the one that causes extra spacing. That's not really what I want. Merker. Wait a second. if I use what does this guy give me? You don't give me one back, but this guy. I wonder if that guy will give me what I want. And for the moment, I'm just gonna set all of these to be whatever. That's gonna look crazy goofy, but I just want to let this output first. So yeah, this one flips between 0 and 606. Why is it sometimes 0? That's bizarre. It's really bizarre. And it seems like the 0 is the, well no, this time it seems like it's the first call if these were happening in pairs. So maybe that's okay. Alright, so now if we take this guy down here, and we do okay, let's see what that does. Nope, they got the 0. Merger. It's really weird. Why does it call it twice? I wonder if maybe there are like 2 copies of it floating out there. I end up calling both should not be capturing when there is a hot control. What's that about? Should not be capturing when there is a hot control. Not quite ours, I don't think. Same one we were just on. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's complaining because I'm trying to grab this guy here. And see, on this guy this doesn't really matter, but on the notebook it's going to matter more, which is why I want to get it working right. It still says that, so I don't know what that's about. I'm not doing anything else that should count as capturing like that. Oh. Yeah, it's weird that I get 2 values for that. And one of them is 0, which is useless to me. Begin horizontal. But yeah, that begin horizontal bit is familiar. Yeah. Actually, you know what? We haven't actually tried that value. Let's see what ScreenWorth gives us. Maybe it'll be exactly what we want. Hey, well, I think it's what we want plus the padding. If we knew what the padding was, we could subtract that and then you would have it. Editor window padding. No. No. This editor styles, inspect. Default margins. Okay, so what is screen.width minus editor, what was that? Editor styles dot inspector dot width. Still 613. That's what we want. Yeah, and that makes it too wide, I think. So it wraps because it's not taking padding into account. What's this? Getting control 0. What? Oh, right, because that's not just direct, that's setting that up too. Yeah, see, it smushes onto the edge because we're not taking into account the padding, but I don't seem to be able to read the padding off of that. This shouldn't be this hard. Option to control to allow or disallow horizontal expansion. What if I just give it that? It's like when it first opens up, it looks fine. It's just when I type, because the width of them aren't connected to one another. So I mean, surely just creating an evenly column table is not that unusual of a thing. Why the heck is that my value? Remove it. And layout dot flexible space. Better not, no, because that is the thing. Editor GUI layout. Do you have any other styles in here? Nope. Yeah, because actually I guess I do want it to expand the width because I want it to take up all the space. I just want it to maintain the same. What are these? No. That's what we want. Alright, yeah. Going back to what we were trying earlier. Oh for 2. Alright, you know what, for now, I'm gonna do that ugly hacky one someone posted. Maybe just this bit. Alright. No, it doesn't work, so. Yeah, because I was basically creating a rect of that width, but yeah, it does the same thing that this one does. For some reason bounces between 1 and 598. Check something real quick. So this function going from yeah, no, that's not the one I want. We're in the right one. Just like it's called twice and if at least 20 doesn't choose a friend. Alright, well, the problem is our trick doesn't work if we don't put it in there. Okay, but come on. Alright, well. You know what, for now. One more thing. I really need to make this easier to get a hold of. This is a little annoying for something that should have been a cakewalk. Okay. So, width equals if width greater than 1, screen width equals width. Or window width. Cast it. And else if won't do an else, we'll just do 0. Initialize it, which I guess it already gets initialized to that in C#, doesn't it? Okay. So we'll try not updating that value if we hit the one that does 1, and hopefully that'll be the one we want. And that's not quite value I want, because they're still cutting off. But it seems to be, oh, because I'm not taking into account this space here. But and humbug. I wish I could get that value. Alright, we're gonna do this, and it's gonna be slightly hacky, but I forget the syntax, but I've done it here. What is it? Public static class. Okay, yeah. Call this one extensions 2 and public static class, and then is it a static? Yeah, and it takes that. Okay, public static. I'm gonna add it to editor GUI tilde, was it? Hang on, that C#. Static extension method. Can you add static extension methods? In short, no, you can't. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, well, it doesn't have to be an extension. We'll just make a new utils class ourselves. We call it utilities, since that's what they call their stuff. Alright. Public static. And I'm going to I'm just going to figure out a value and I'm going to put it here, and that's terrible, and if it changed I would have to manually change this, and that'd be annoying, but it probably won't change, so we're going to roll with it for now. And then public static int screen width, and we're going to do turn screen.width minus padding times 2. And this is one of the things I hate when dealing with Unity. So the normal coding, the normal naming convention for C# says it should be capital, but then Unity uses a lowercase one, and I always end up flip-flopping back and forth. I think I am going to go lowercase, because personally, coming from a JavaScript and Java background more, I like the lowercase letters. I prefer to save my capitals for classes and namespaces. Read only. And okay. Then we're gonna come over here, ditch that, and then we're gonna do utility dot, and actually we'll make that a getter. Static get int. Get into it. Static get. Static getter. Okay. Class static, and then property. Okay, don't get on static get. Okay, yeah, I think he just has a weird naming convention on that. There we go. Nope. Okay. And there we go. Okay. No. Okay. Delay dot screen width minus 100 times utility dot padding times 2, because we're gonna have 2 pad things in between there, so we'll have to account for those. Oh, that's minus. Okay. And 10 is not the right number. That's more like, 5 probably? But now that's one variable in one place. I can just tweak it until I get something that looks right. Try 6. Or no, other way, 4. I think we're 1 pixel off, but we'll take it. Okay, so there, and then should stay the same. And then real quick, let's also throw on some column labels. We're just going to use GUI layout. Alright, and actually, I guess we'll calculate. Actually, yeah, we don't have to calculate those per row. We can calculate that up here. Probably much better to do it that way there anyways. Okay, GUI layout dot label. Object ID name. And GUI layout dot with column with 0. And actually, because I like making things as small as possible. Or, well, not repeating myself anyways. What happens if I click that? Okay, that's kind of what I figured. Alright. Alright, except you don't give C# of the syntax for each to give me both. For each index. Do I have to do that goofy select thing? Yeah. I've seen that, but that feels like a mega hack. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the ugly hack for now. Since we're in since we're just in the editor, it's not gonna kill us. If this was the game code, I'd probably be a little more hesitant to do something this ugly, but I want to move on. Let's call it S. S.label. S.index. Okay. Alright, what does that do? Alright, cool. So now we got column headers. Alright, good enough. So, now, let's go ahead and implement our notebook. Alright, so window, notebook editor. You must have a notebook in the scene. There is one over there. We don't have on the awake one. Notebook equals find object type, notebook. Okay. Alright, and then blah 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 blah. Alright. So Note has a little more things on it than Notebook does. So we have title, description, available, found. I'm going to add room. And I think we're going to do room name here instead of trying to do the room object, because if we have to do something at some point and we end up having to like generate a new room or something, it'll be really annoying to try to make sure that the exact same instance of the room ends up connected. Whereas if we do room name and we enforce room name uniqueness, which should already be enforced, I think, because they're game objects. We'll have to check that later. But anyways, then we could just look up the room by name and then we can link it that way. So we're just going to go with the text here. But that does make me realize we're going to want not just the notebook, we're also going to want the room manager here. Because we're going to populate a drop down with the names of the rooms in it. And that was why I wanted to build the room editor first. Room manager equal you must have a notebook and room manager in the scene. Okay, so alright. And then the note, so it'll be, we'll do title first, and then we'll do room name, description. Well, actually I want to rename this to, let's say text. So title is what'll show up in the like list, and then text is the main chunky body of text. And at some point we'll probably have to implement some level of rich textness to that. So like if we want to bold or something, but for now we're just going to keep it simple. And then available and found will just be checkboxes, and game model will be a one of these guys where you can click to pick something or drag into it. Okay. So let's actually sort these in the order we're gonna put them in the editor. Okay. So let's make that column widths for this guy. Stop collapsing my stuff. Okay. So basically everything except the checkboxes are going to be the same width. The checkboxes only need to be so big. We'll say 10. No, well, maybe we'll try 15, and then do num columns here because that's going to affect our padding. We're going to try to make this a little cleaner than the other one since there's more fields. Whoops, closed the wrong thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if there's 6 columns, we're going to have 5 gaps in them. Whatever. And then this will be our utility function minus equals 6 minus utility dot padding times num columns minus 1. Order of operations, we want that one first, so wrap that up. And don't actually have to wrap that one up. And minus checkbox width times 2. Checkbox. Okay. What's this squiggly about? Sure. Okay. And then here, so the main width. I think that's one too many. I'm gonna look for nope. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then 2 checkboxes. Checkbox. Okay. Okay, we'll see what that does. Then I'm gonna grab and copy this guy. And this will be title, name, text, and then which one's first? Available, found, model. Okay. And then here, oh, and actually we need a remove button as well. Yeah. Let's just go with one fixed value here. Fixed width equals 15 times 2 plus 50 for the button. Alright, and 15. Yeah, I want to come up with a nicer way to do all that, but for now this will be fine. Probably look and see if there aren't some plugins out there. Surely someone's realizes it's a pain not being able to do normal fixed width column or shared width columns, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna do note.title equals GUI layout dot text field note.title GUI layout dot width column width 0. Just gonna clone those for a bit. Rename and text and available. Available was first, right? Yep. Found game or model. Oh no. What did we call it? I think we did call it. No, we should have called a model. Yeah. Okay, and then this guy. Please tell me we have a checkbox. Probably call it something different. Unity editor checkbox. Okay, they do call it toggle. Toggle. Oh, let's update these. Name text available. And those need to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Toggle should return a boolean, I would imagine. Oh wait, am I use? Yeah, I need to use editor GUI layout. There we go. Because the regular GUI layout was expecting me to supply images for it, and I was like, I don't want to do that. I want to just use the default, but I needed to use GUI layout for that. Alright, found and toggle. Okay, and then this one is almost certainly going to be on here. And I don't know what it's called. Object field, maybe? Don't think that's the right one. That's it. Unity editor. Object picker, maybe? Show object picker, show object picker. Maybe it is just an object. Because I don't want the picker part. I want. Let's try just object. Dot object field. Model. We'll see what that gives us. Oh, it gives us a squiggly line. Can I resolve blah 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 blah? Can it or blah 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 blah? Oh, object type. How do I do it? Okay, so that one's deprecated, so true. Still a red squiggly. Drawing with squiggly. Come on, tell me what's wrong. Can I convert? Blah 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 blah. Okay, yeah. think we can just convert, or cast rather. Okay, and alright, let's see what that does. Okay, add. Why do we only have 2 there? That's a little weird. Oh, we did not divide by the number. Yeah, all that divide by the number of things that aren't fixed width, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 of these are not. Alright, that looks terrible. But that was the right thing. That's good. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, why is our width so off? What math did I mess up? So 4 of those, so that's divided by 4, and we subtract those and that. I gave it that and that, and gave that. Divide by that. We got padding for all of them. Oh, wait. Did I? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, no. We counted for the remove. Divide all the remaining stuff by 4. And we subtract enough padding for everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I think that guy's taking up more room than he's supposed to. We definitely can't read those though, which is sad. But actually, we'll increase that a bit so we can read those. Unless, is that just maybe too short? Maybe that's it. Maybe I need to give you more room. Nope, it's just off the screen. Okay. That's also not centered. That's ugly. I think there's a way to center that, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Hey, what am I? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait. You're, well, supposed to be that value, although that wouldn't really affect it because I changed it to 100 and didn't change. Or maybe it does. Oh, yeah, because I changed that to 100. I didn't change that to 100. 50 is a little short. Let's go 70. Okay, there we go. So now we have our stuff. Oh, we need to make that a drop down. This guy. Let's build the drop down up here. Names equals room manager dot rooms dot select dot name dot to. Okay, and then this guy. I think we need editor GUI layout for this one. What do they call this one here? It's not that one. Editor. pop-up. Yeah. There were a couple odd names for some of these that I don't fully think are the most logical choices, but names. Alright. Then we have to specify selected index. We'll just do room names dot. And we don't have an index of. What do we have that we can find with? Oh yeah, we have to do that in here, don't we? Where we select and get the index and. Oh, I missed JavaScript. Alright. Name equals R. Just name index. Name index. Dot for yeah. Name equals dot room name dot index. And I goofed on one part. I think this part, but what's wrong with it? Oh yeah, new. Still something wrong. Can I come here? Blah 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 blah. Oh. How did I get that? There we go. And no, let's type property name. Oh, equal. No, what's wrong? Change type of field. Oh, right, because it returned. That's not the prettiest either, but we'll go with that for now. We may have to change that down the line. Name heights. Name. Okay. There we go. So now we can pick our room names, pick our specifier titles. So this guy will probably want to turn into a pop out at some point to be able to do like multi-line editing, but for now that's good. We can toggle that. We can pick a game object and we can remove it. And it should all get updated on this guy. Cool. Okay, I think that's probably a good place to call it quits for tonight. So yeah, thanks for joining. I'll get this video up on YouTube. Sorry, excuse me. Up soon, and then yeah. So we'll continue on with this on Sunday. Tomorrow's the beginner stream. It'll be the third one in that series. And then, yeah. So it'll be the normal one. I'm going to actually try to work on this more throughout the week too, but been busy lately. Probably won't have time tomorrow. Maybe I'll have time Friday. If I do get some time though, I'll stream that as well, so I'll be on for some extra stuff. But as a goal anyways, we'll see. It's been pretty busy lately. Alright, thanks everyone. Bye.